November of 1982, and I shunned him.
But Brent and Jennifer have been all about second chances.
25 years later was our second date. I think it's a good comeback story.
As they came together as a couple, they turned an eye towards St. Thomas.
We want to try somewhere different.
It just felt like heaven.
So they're leaving their beloved family behind, risking their entire savings, and launching a whole new life in St. Thomas.
I don't feel like it feels that tropical.
Her tastes are very feminine and pretty. I can work with this style just fine.
Because he's a guy.
Budget's important to me.
Wow, the view! Where am I going to put Emmy? He does call me fancy, but not going to settle. Hold Grandpa's hand. I got Roman. Brent and I have a crazy story. Absolutely. This is my mother, and this is his father. My mom and his dad got married when I was 17 years old. I had not even met Brent yet, because he was away at college.
They were strangers when they went out on a first date, and it didn't work out.
Well, the next day he had to go back to college. Okay.
25 years later, we went out again.
Long time in between the first and second date. And now we're together. I think it's a good comeback story. Look at the big bird.
But it's not the only comeback they made together.
It was fun.
2008, when we first were married, we were on the financial skids.
So we had nothing.
They relied on their entrepreneurial skills and sold high on a company Brent started with colleagues.
Had a great windfall that was beyond anything we'd ever had before.
Now we're going to be shopping for a house in St. Thomas.
So right now, we're fixing to buy it right now.
But I think it is a fear of his to have that happen again.
I can't believe you're heading to the Virgin Islands. Who would have thought?
Not me. I'm concerned about Jennifer's expensive taste. That's awesome. That's funny. I'm no longer generating much income. Once the money is spent, it's spent.
Yeah, he does call me fancy.
I want to stay retired.
All you need now is that practice room at St. Thomas.
That's going to be a challenge.
There, yeah.
You know, we kind of know what we want. We don't always agree on that. So we're going to have to bargain a little bit. It has to be big enough for family.
Whether it works out that way or not, I'll know. St. Thomas is a U.S. territory, and it's easy to get to time zone change-wise.
No language barrier. And it's not too far away. We wanted to be able to get back to these grandbabies.
Just kind of has this off-the-grid feeling, but yet you still have a toe back in civilization. Great snorkeling, fish to catch, mountains, interesting geology.
It's just a happy place to be.
You don't call paradise for nothing.
It's always a good time to buy in St. Thomas. I love everything about being here. The weather's incredible. Nobody's in a big rush, and it makes life very comfortable.
We visited St. Thomas once, fell in love, first sight.
Wow, and you've decided to purchase down here. Give me your list of priorities.
Well, I'd like at least 2 bedrooms and 2 baths. Ideally, I'd like to have some space for a music studio.
You know, the grandbabies are going to come,
Okay,
so,
very good.
you know, kid kind of friendly would be nice. I'd really like to have a view, like
Okay.
a panoramic view. Fancy.
Oh, so what is your price point?
$600,000.
Okay, well, we might raise that a little bit, right?
Okay.
Should be fun, right?
Gonna be interesting.
Bob kicks off the search with a home that's on budget, hoping that a condo is fancy enough for Jennifer.
So, we're at Secret Harbor. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Obviously, you're on the ocean. Priced at $595.
Well, that's up your alley for the budget, dear.
Yes, it is.
$595.
I don't know that I really want a condo because they're all kind of jammed in here together.
But it is on the beach.
It is on
beach
the
access.
Yeah. It really feels very much like an apartment complex. It feels crowded.
Shall we take a look?
Let's look.
All right.
Take your shoes off.
Get comfy, honey.
This is the living room, family room, TV room. Got a kitchen over here.
I don't feel like it feels that tropical. We've got blue walls, green floors, and it just feels like this is what I would see in Indiana.
You have a huge beach for a living room right outside.
That's true. I just envision the tropical colors and everything being light and bright. It just feels like a cave.
Oh, I can work with this style just fine.
Here we are. This is basically the guest room, if you will.
I think you could work this out to have a music studio and or meditation space.
Okay, well, what about family space?
Let me show you the master bedroom.
Okay.
King-size bed. It's nice.
The bedrooms are okay, but there's no wow factor in them. I mean, they're functional, but I don't know that I want to live in a functional place.
I'm not as picky as Jennifer when it comes to taste, when it comes to style. I appreciate the practical side a lot more. Well, let's go check out the beach. Oh, that sand feels good, doesn't it?
It's nice. Oh my goodness, this is
This is
relaxing.
So what do you guys think of the Secret Harbor House?
I think it's a great place to hang out. If we were having guests down here, we'd probably never have to go anywhere.
Brent could probably live in a tent in the backyard somewhere and be really happy because he's just that kind of guy. I'm not sure that I'm ready for condo living.
Okay.
I'd like to see something a little more private, maybe not so many neighbors. The kitchen's not my favorite. Kind of reminds me still of Indiana. I mean, don't you envision light and bright and airy? I mean, this is the islands. This is the Caribbean, and I just feel like it needs to look like that. Wow, the view. Good energy. Very good energy. All right, let's go inside. I hope it's just as good, though. This is a little small.
Well, you can't have everything.
Really?
How's it going, guys?
Hey, how you doing?
Excited to come hang out with the turtles?
Yeah. When I was a young lad, I had no idea where I'd be at this time in my life, and be able to buy a place in the Caribbean Ocean, it's just something I never would have thought of.
Have you guys ever done anything like this before?
No, it wasn't that long ago that neither one of us had jobs and we're staring at the walls, kind of going, what's going to happen?
Brent and Jennifer rebuilt themselves both financially and as a blended family, and soon their fortunes reverse.
Now we're going to be shopping for a house in St. Thomas. I think Amy would love it, don't you?
She'd squeal with delight.
She's our little granddaughter. She's 4 years old. Yeah. Hardest thing about moving to St. Thomas is going to be leaving the grandbabies. I'm going to get our girl time in. I didn't think my heart could hold any more love. And then these grandbabies came and they just stole it. I'm going to miss you too. It's important to me to have a house that's big enough to be able to spend time with the kids and the family. I'm guessing this is a condo complex?
This is a condo complex.
I don't know that I really want a condo because they're all kind of jammed in here together. I wanted to have the amenities there so they feel comfortable coming to visit because this is an opportunity. It just feels like this is what I would see in Indiana. I mean, Bob, please.
I can work with this style just fine.
Yeah. I have to understand that he may not be as understanding as I need him to be. In his eyes, it's he and I. You know, we're doing this together. This is us. This is our life. I have all these, people over here that I kind of bring in. Oh, I'm going to definitely have enough room for everybody. It's going to be one of the deals with Brent and I. I don't want to apologize for being so picky because this is the island that we've decided to stay and make our future at, make memories with our families, and I just don't want to settle.
Looking to upgrade on the tropical factor, but still bound by Brent's budget, Bob takes the couple to a beachier condo in hopes it will be a hit for Jennifer.
This is Cowpet Bay West.
I love the colors. I mean, it looks very tropical. Good energy. Very good energy.
It's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It's priced at $550.
I'll take it. Let's go look.
Wait, all right. No, don't get so excited about that. Oh.
I think the kitchen's a little small,
Yeah, I'm not really wild about white appliances.
but it is under budget.
Guys, let's take a look at the living room.
This still feels a little tight to me.
Little, is it fancy enough for you?
The wood beams are great. The popcorn ceilings, not so much. They went out in the 90s, maybe. Probably should have gone out sooner than that. Wow, the view.
Yeah, pretty spectacular.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
Look at the boats.
Now that's expansive view.
That's it.
I love it.
I can hear the water. It's crashing over the rocks.
About as close as you're going to get to the water.
It's private.
The view has given me everything I could ask for. I mean, I can see the islands, I can see the boats, I can see the different shades of water. All right, let's go inside. I hope it's just as good, though, Bob.
It will be.
Okay, because I really love this.
Large opening to the bedroom here. It's beautiful. I like it.
Okay, let's take a look at the master bathroom.
This is a little small. Where am I going to put Emmy? I got to have a place for Emmy. I mean, that's one thing that we really love. We're girly girls. So it's fun to have her in there and doing makeup together.
You can sit her right here. I think the bathrooms aren't quite usable as they are. Seriously, for the functionality of it.
Well, come on down. Let's take a look at the second bedroom, and here's an identical bathroom to what we just looked at.
I wonder if the neighbors would hear me rocking out if I set up a studio in here. I can't believe this place is $550 with this location and all the amenities.
Well, there's a lot of things I like.
Okay.
The view being number one.
Beautiful.
I'm getting the panoramic view. The big problem I have are the bathrooms. It just feels like they're really, really tight. I'm kind of concerned about that.
I like the price. There might be some things we can do once we move in.
It's our dream home. Do we want to live with that? I mean, we're talking about new appliances. We're talking about changing the whole bathroom structure, both bathrooms.
Well, you can't have everything.
Really? Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
This house is under budget, but yet that's still a pretty long laundry list of things that need to be done to make this comfortable for what we're used to having in fancy. Oh my God. When I think of fancy, this fits the bill.
Well, $1 million view from almost $1 million price. I don't know what Bob is thinking showing us a house that's way over budget.
Well, you can fix that, right?
It's just making my head spin.
is going to be so nice to be able to be on the water.
Kind of the whole point of coming down here is to do stuff like this, isn't it?
He deserves some R&R. I've liked Brent for a really long time. But I never thought ever we would be together.
I'm going to take you to a great snorkel spot this evening. Turtles, stingrays.
Oh, beautiful.
Stingrays?
Brent and Jennifer went on their first date on the precipice of college. It didn't work out.
She shunned me.
I was in high school. 25 years later. Finally a second date. And then we've been together ever since. There's something very soul-cleansing about being on the water.
St. Thomas is a beautiful place to experience the water because you can see forever in it.
Back on land, House 1 doesn't quite live up to Jennifer's high expectations.
I don't feel like it feels that tropical. This is what I would see in Indiana.
Brent sees things differently.
It's going to take some getting used to, but I think it's a great place to hang out. My intuition usually tells me when the decision is the right decision.
Yeah, Brent likes to trust his intuition, but I would say mine's probably a little better.
So they keep looking.
I wonder if that's in budget.
Affordable House 2, located on Cowpit Bay, gives good vibe from the get-go.
Wow, the view. Good energy. Very good energy.
I love it.
But it doesn't quite have the layout for the family retreats that Jennifer envisions.
Where am I going to put Emmy? We have to have our makeup
You can
sessions.
sit it right here.
For Brent, it's going to work because he's a guy. But for me, you got to do your hair. I got to have place for Emmy. We could make Mommy a jewelry box with shelves. Or girly girls. Oh, awesome!
I'm concerned about Jennifer's expensive taste. You can't have everything.
Really? I don't know where he gets that.
So Bob thinks big with House 3, the cliffside paradise, where more rural means more space, more view, more fancy, and more money.
In the boondocks. I like it.
I hope it's worth it to
We're
be
a
up
little
so...
bit out, we're a little bit out of the mainstream here, but you know, I think you're going to like what you see. What we've got here is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's been completely remodeled from top to bottom, priced at $700,000.
$100,000 over budget?
This is what you're going to pay to get exactly what you want.
I'm paying for fancy.
You're paying for fancy.
Fancy.
So
If it has everything on our wish list.
I don't know what Bob is thinking showing us a house that's way over budget.
Oh, my God. Honey, now that is $1 million view.
Well, $1 million view from almost $1 million prize.
Oh, wow, this is a really pretty space. Wow, now this is light and airy.
We've kind of got a great room that includes the kitchen, and the kitchen itself is top of the line.
When I think of fancy, this fits the bill. It's night and day from what we've already seen. You can't even compare it. It's like not even apples to apples, apples to oranges.
These are custom-made doors.
Oh my gosh. Well, that looks a little hazardous. That's not grandbaby friendly. I mean, not just the kids. I mean, 2 glasses of wine and...
Maybe Grandma goes.
Well, honey, it's going to take some money to rectify this. The money it's going to take to fix these safety features is it's just making my head spin.
Guest bedroom.
For $700,000, I was hoping for a larger guest bedroom that was a little more versatile. I'm hoping that the master bedroom is larger than this.
And it is. Why don't we go take a look at it? It's right across the hall here.
Well, this is not a king bed. Is this a door?
No, this one does not open. This is just a stationary window, if you will.
Oh, you can fix that, right?
I don't think so. We're so far over budget on this deal. There's more that may need to be done with it. We should even be looking at the place.
So tell me, what do you think of the house?
Well, my pluses are like everything. The view, number 1. Absolutely love it. It's expansive, just like I wanted. The total panoramic.
Well, it's truly beautiful. You're right about that. But the guest bedroom is not going to be easy to multitask. It has some dangerous characteristics, and it's certainly way above our budget.
Well, you're right, honey. I know. I just fell in love.
I want to make you happy. I just don't know if that's enough to get over the price.
Brent has a bottom dollar, but Jennifer's expectations can only go so low.
How do you put a price tag on our dream home?
You really feel strongly about this, don't you?
I do.
Jennifer and Brent have made the most of their second chances. After losing everything, they rebuilt their wealth and made a plan to celebrate their success in the tropical paradise of St. Thomas. Brent's memory is short, and he'd rather keep their needs down to essentials.
I think you could work this out to have a music studio and or meditation space.
But Jennifer won't settle for anything less than living the dream.
When I think of fancy, this fits the bill.
Secret Harbor came in just under budget, and we have to watch our money.
I just didn't feel good at all in that place. Well, it kind of eats up the room a little bit, doesn't it? What about family space?
Calpet Bay West is a beautiful property. It's under budget, has a fantastic view.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. But, you know, it kind of felt a little small. Where am I going to put Emmy? Do we want to live with that? And then Cliffside Paradise.
Yes.
Now that is $1 million view.
The view comes with a price.
It was just a smidge over budget. Just the tiniest of smidges over budget.
I think it's a smidge of $100,000.
I think there's one that really doesn't fit our dream home.
I think I know which one you're talking about, Secret Harbor.
I thought it was cramped and crowded and dark. I just didn't feel like it was for us. Calpet Bay West just didn't feel like a dream home that I envision when we're talking about pouring our life savings into a place.
A little short in the fancy factor.
A little bit.
But speaking of our life savings, the Cliffside Paradise really cuts into it.
But how do you put a price tag on our dream home?
The Calpet Bay West might not be as beautiful. I feel it meets our needs.
But then that master bathroom was the size of a closet. And in order for us to make a bathroom that we would be comfortable in, we would almost have to take the other one out. And we'd have to replace all the appliances.
That would be difficult to do in spite of the money.
If we look at Cliffside Paradise, I never thought I would ever be able to live in a place that I could stand in my kitchen and have such an expansive view of the water. I think in the long run, we would not be sorry.
You really feel strongly about this, don't you?
I do.
I think your intuition has always benefited our souls. And I think I should let go of the numbers and go with the intuition.
Cliffside Paradise, I'm gonna cry. I love you, baby.
I love you too. Honey, your coffee is ready.
Oh, thanks, babe. We couldn't be more happy here.
The weather's certainly cooperating today.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful today.
Love it.
I'll do our exercise. I'll do my meditation.
What an amazing place to be, and you just thank God for letting us be here.
The fact that the home came mostly furnished helped a lot, so we didn't have to buy too much. We had to buy a few things to make it a little fancy, but we didn't have to buy a lot. Grandbabies haven't been here yet. We have to make it safer. So we haven't done the outside rails yet. We haven't done anything with the big doors in the living room yet. So we get it safe, we won't bring them down. So far, we've kept the guest bedroom as a guest bedroom. We haven't changed it up to be the multi-purpose room, mainly because we've had guests.
I'm okay, but one of these days, some amplifiers and drums may just show up.
Yeah, I think they probably will.
Turtles eat.
We can review. We may have to do something with the guest room. Honey, that's fabulous. Well, your best one yet. Yeah, later. We'll see.
Her style, like I told you, pushes my style right out the door.
That's right. I got my fancy. Absolutely, I got my fancy.
I don't know of anything fancier.
Morning swims and yoga.
Serenaded on the beach.
This definitely feels like an extended honeymoon.
Two turtles fell in love.
If I had to describe my life in St. Thomas with one word, it'd be perfect.
Turn over the lights.